it's me, Laura, from The Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to work on one of my journal spreads today. And this is in the kit that I started with my journal group. And I hope you were able to see the other video. So what I wanted to do is just kind of go through the process of this little page right here. And I'm going to try to do that and make some of my videos just short and sweet. And then you can kind of see my process. Normally, when I'm doing a journal, I kind of flip around a lot and I might get inspired for a certain layout like that, or flip back here and do something. So I am going to start with this first page today, and that's what we're going to focus on today. What I have been doing is gathering images and ephemera and even some quotes here that I typed out and printed out on regular copy paper. Because I want to go through my journal and see if the sizing of these quotes is right before I print them out on coffee dyed paper. Excuse me. So that's one thing I do. And then also I put little sticky notes when I have an idea so I don't forget. If I can't execute it then and there, I'll take a Post-it note pad and just peel one off and then cut like that so that there's a little sticky on each one. So cut like that and then write my little notes or ideas, because sometimes you forget. I don't always do what the idea, because sometimes I have another idea, but that just helps me remember what I was thinking at the time. So let's go ahead and decorate this one. I think I already know what I want to do. I like this quote because it has a butterfly here. The book itself, the focus is on from the Beautiful Birds kit from Artymaze, and so these are some of her images there and there, and so I'm bringing other things in and adding to it. This happens to be an image that Artymaze, Andrea, had in her Facebook group, Artymaze and Friends, and she will offer up, some freebies every once in a while. And so, thank you, Andrea, for that. It's very sweet, and it's just a nice little thing to add. I've already backed it with coffee dyed paper. I have not sewn around it yet. Here I have an inventory tag, and that's from my shop, The Papered Soul, on Etsy. And sometimes I'll just put, excuse me, a little inventory tag in and let someone do what they want to with it. You can put some gesso on it and kind of fade out, push some of the print to the background and then write on it. You can add collaging on it, stenciling, anything you want to do. You can write on the back of it and journal. So it's perforated, because it's an inventory tag. But what I think I'm going to do, I've been wanting to use my washi tape, so I think what I'm going to do is put some washi tape over that perforation. So I'm going to do that. I also have already, kind of prepped this little pocket. So I had some pretty pattern paper, and I backed it with coffee dyed paper. And I'm going to make a pocket out of this. So let's just go ahead and start, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. This is just going to show you how I kind of put a page together and decorate. A lot of times I'll do my embellishing later, and all the little ribbons and trims and stuff, but I might go ahead and do this one up for the most part. Anyway, normally I will edge punch my pages. On this one I did not do it because I had this little piece here and it was just a smooth edge. So I could go ahead and punch that, but I really think I'm just going to leave that one smooth. And I also think what I'm going to do before I start fixing this pocket and this page up is I'm going to do some stenciling. So I have a little stencil here. And I'm using Evergreen Bough, and I'm just going to put some little flowers, get my angle how I want it. Just a little rubbing, just a light little coverage for the flower there. See how pretty that is in the corner? And let's see how I might want to do a little kind of down here. Maybe these couple of flowers like that. And by the time I put this here, that's all I'm gonna do. So see, just a little touch of the stenciling, and that already adds a lot to the page, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I have my edge punch, and I want to edge punch the top and the bottom, and I just have a little small punch here, so let's do that. I hope everyone is doing okay. And gosh, here we are at the middle of June. It's just insane. And so I'm like, I need to get myself kicked into high gear here because the year's getting by me and there's so much I want to do and need to get done as well. But I hope everyone's having a good summer. Okay. All right, and so I am going to ink that. You can ink it with the, it doesn't have to be vintage photo, or it can be a vintage photo if you want to, or just, I'm just using this same little evergreen bough just to knock the white off. It did have some of the green in it, so I thought that would work. It's just a little on the edge there. When you are doing your pockets, just make sure that if you're going to edge punch, you wait until measure your pocket so that it will fit the page. The other thing you want to always consider when you're doing your journals is you want to make sure that you have a little space from this fold, so that you're not getting in the way of the page opening and closing. So keep that in mind as well. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, and I'm doing a pocket, so I'm going to be gluing here, here, and here. And I put my hand on the side that I don't want to glue. So then I'm just going to put a small little stream. Be very careful with your Fabri-Tac. It comes out oftentimes pretty quick, and try to keep your streams as little or thin as you can. It just gives you more space in a pocket. And then I'll try to run my finger around just to smooth it out a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to put this flush with the edge here. I hope you can see. I hope I'm in frame. And I'm actually leaving a little bit below where, so that you can see where I edge punch the bottom of this pocket. I just thought that would be a pretty effect, so I just raised it a little bit so that you can see what I did. So we're gonna press that down and give that a good, give that a good chance to dry. Fabri-Tac is a thicker kind of glue, a drier type of glue, and I do like working with it. It is a little pricey, but it is a very good glue, and I just tend to use it a lot. I'm trying to incorporate my other glues for, you know, some certain things, but now, the other thing I want to do, and I was going to tell you, I printed out, like I say, and I went on and cut them up so that I can test my sizes. And then if I don't like the size of the way I've cut a quote up, or the size of a quote, or a poem, or whatever that I like to put in my journals, then I can put a note on here and tell myself if I need to make it smaller, or, you know, type it out differently or whatever. I can put a note to myself, and then I'll go back in and fix that before I print it out on my coffee dyed paper. On this one, I did not print this one out yet, but I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I think this is a nice size, and I'm going to use this particular quote. With colored wings, I spread my beauty for each and all to see. For only about 30 days, a butterfly I will be. And it does look like I need to make a note to myself because I did not really put this center. This, I need to bring the name of, this is by Lonnie Horsey, and I need to bring the name over a little bit. But other than that, I like the way it is, and I'm going to just use this one as a guide right now, and I think it fits this page pretty perfectly. That's that little sizing right there. And so what I was going to do is just fold it and kind of make a little flip over journal spot, and then it's going to have that quote on the front. So I'm just folding that over and using this as my guide, and I'm just going to cut it. So I just fold it over and just cut it with my scissors. This is pattern paper that's already been coffee dyed. I think, let's see, let me see if I've got space. I think I'm gonna go on, and I like a little edge punching on this one as well. So I'm just gonna go on and edge punch that. It's always pretty. And I may just do my little vintage inking. Put this up, get a little more ink out. And so I just kind of go all the way around, and then I'll, where it's folded, I kind of like to put a little extra in that crease. That kind of makes it look a little aged and antiqued, if you can see that. But anyway, so there's that. And all I'm going to do, since I don't want to forget, what's going on here, I haven't printed these quotes out yet. I do those all at one time. Then I'm going to go ahead and paper clip. Let me get me a smaller paper clip. I'm going to just paper clip on here my little quote so I won't forget that I want that quote there. Okay? And what I'm intending on doing is putting this kind of like that sitting out of the pocket. You see where I'm going with that? I'm just going to show you how I kind of build a layout, build a page, decorate a page. So these little quotes I'm going to put off to the side because they're going to be throughout the journal. I do know that I want to use this, so we got that in there. We got my stenciling. On here, I want to do my little, I think I'm just going to do some washi tape. And this is just some, I have so much washi tape that I just need to really start using it, because washi tape is fun to, you can, of course, get it at all your hobby places and craft stores, and you can get them online. But it is like just a little decorative, I could come up here and just put a little bit of washi tape up here if I wanted to. It's kind of pretty if I wanted to. Let's see what that might look like. You just got to play around with it, y'all. Just got to play around. If I did that, that just adds something extra to the page. I really seriously may do that but let me go ahead and decorate this first, because I do want to put it on the perforation. So I'm just going to put that to the side. And here's my messy craft mat. It's very stained up. And so what I'm going to do when I do my washi tape, I do like to put a little bit of, I've been using my art glitter glue because it's got a real thin spout. It's a white craft glue, and it just gives you a good control. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of get this started. Let me start it on the back. I'm just going to do this. I'm gonna let this line be my guide and try to get it even. So I'm gonna kind of do this. Yeah, that works. And what I get it started, and then what I'm gonna do is kind of peel this back now that I've got it kind of going. And just to make sure it's adhered, I peel it back and put a little glue on it just to make sure it sticks. Because although washi tape does stick, it's adhesive. It sometimes can tend to peel up. And so I just want to make sure that that's going to be on there. Got a little oozing out of glue there. And then I flip this over and I just kind of continue on. So I pull this back and then I'm just going to do a little gluing here. And pull it on around. Try to keep it even. And then I flip it back and I finish kind of the rest of it here. I actually might put a little bit of glue right in here. I kind of go over just a tad just to make sure I have it all adhered down. There we go. And then I just, well, I normally will cut it, so, and give it a smooth edge. There we go. So that's how I get my washi tape on, like that. And I just thought that was kind of pretty. It gives something to the tag, and then you could always put like a ribbon up here, which I will be doing. I usually leave my fancy embellishing for later. So let's see what we have so far. We have this here. Then we are going to have this here. And then we're going to have, and you make sure you let this dry good before you put them all the way down so that your tags don't stick. And then I've got this that's going to be kind of sitting in this pocket like that, kind of sideways. I like things that kind of flow over like that. And that is really cute there. The other thing, I know we're talking about maybe putting a little washi tape here. Let's see what that would look like. If I did that, then it's kind of adding a little piece here to what you've already added here. So I might do a little of that. Usually when I'm putting washi tape down, I don't care for a straight edge. So I'm just gonna, when I'm putting it down on a page, I kind of like a torn look. But it really doesn't matter. And I may put just a stream of glue right here. Not a lot. I like to keep my pen in here so I don't lose my pen. It also helps keep your glue from getting stopped up. And try to keep it straight. And then I'll cut it off the edge. Now, sometimes you can bring it down on another page. Oh, that might be cute. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just instead of just cutting it straight off, I'm just going to bring it over to the next page. And have a little bit of washi tape interest there going on. Keep knocking that bottle over. Let me get that thrown away. And so just carefully bring it over here. And that is really a lot of times, y'all, how I create, because it's like just stuff like that. You're like, well, let me try this. And then you kind of go in a different direction. And I just kind of tear it, you know. I like that torn look. So then, you know, you've got some of these same colors. This is gold with some teal aqua. And that's kind of pretty, so that adds an extra interest to that page. So there we are, and then that kind of is a continuation from that little tag there. I like my butterflies showing, so I'll probably do this. Or you could, you know, move it around, figure out how you like it to lay. Just does not matter. Do that. The other thing I had thought about doing, let me see. You know, I was going to put like some other, here's some tags that Artymaze also made that were some freebies from her Facebook group. I had thought about maybe adding that in there, that little tag, and that would give you. The other thing I had thought about adding, and this is from Cameo Shop, she's got these little butterfly, since this has got to turn it into a butterfly layout basically, I also, you know, could pick out one of these tags and put a smaller tag there, and I'm thinking I might do that green one, so let's cut that out and see what that would look like. All right, and let's see. Oh, how cute would that be? So let's see. To kind of have it sitting like that, and you're getting a whole butterfly, flowery butterfly theme here. Let me rearrange this one the way I had it. See if I like that layout better. And then kind of like that. That's cute. So what I will want to do is I'm going to want to come in and back this so that it'll be a sturdy tag. So let me go ahead and do that. Y'all see me do that. And then I'll go ahead and do it and get it ready for sewing. That's what I'm going to do, because I like to sew around my tags. You do not have to do that. You do not have to sew around your tags or your anything in your journal if you don't want to. I just happen to like to do that. But I do recommend that you back it if you do cardstock or what I'm doing now with your coffee dye paper. It just gives it a little extra sturdiness so that it's gonna hold together and maybe not rip when you're handling it or tear. And then you can write on the back of them, journal on the back of them. Okay, and since whenever I finish anything, you know I use my Distress ink and add a little extra, knocking off that white and putting a little vintage dimension to it, edges. I also do the backs. That's the side you'll be journaling on. Just a little small journaling notes. All kinds of fun places to do that. So then I'll be tucking that right there, okay? So then, as you can see, I've built my first little page here, okay? So kind of put my first little page, so when you come in and you open that first journal page, that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see, and I'm going to also have some ribbon. I'll probably put a ribbon here also. Ribbon here, ribbon here. This is going to be coffee dyed, and that's going to be sewn around and everything like that. So I've kind of got my layout there for my first page. Isn't that pretty? And then when, of course, you take all these tags out, then you're going to have that pretty area. You can journal on that as well. Journal there. Journal on this, your little inventory tag, front and back of that little tag there, and then even my cute little butterfly tag over here. Kind of Guess I could put it like that, and then you can see my butterfly tag better. So anyway, however you want to arrange these in here, but that's my first little page. So that's what I do to all of these pages, basically. As I flip through, I start adding things. You can still do some more, you know, you can add, like I say, if you add some trim, you might could add some trim down here if you want to. I had even thought, and like I say, this is getting a little bit into my embellishing kind of stuff. And I usually wait and do my embellishing a little later when I've gotten all my pages basically set up. That's when I go in and I do some of the embellishing. So like here's a little butterfly. I could even decide, if I decided to tuck that like that, that would be cute. And I could actually have a little butterfly here like that and prep it to where I can tuck this under his wings a little bit. So that'll keep that tamped down so it won't pop up until you pull it out. Now that would be cute. Or I could even turn the wing like that, and that will kind of hold that down. So you see where I'm going with some of this? I'm going to tuck him right there. That is actually a butterfly from another freebie kit of Andrea's from her Facebook group, Artymaze and Friends. Wouldn't that be cute? So that's how I pull a page together, just like that. Okay, I get everything prepped. Then after I do all my pages like this, I'll take it over to the sewing machine and I'll just go page by page, pull each element out and sew them. Whatever I want to sew on, I'll go ahead and get them sewn. So I do all my sewing at one time. So I'll be ready to move to my next pages in the next video and see what I'm going to do with those. I might wait on this one because I'm really just got to create something. I've got an idea of what I want to create and put in this pocket here. So I may work on this one in the next video. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll stay tuned as we go through and make a journal. We're going to decorate this journal through and through so you can kind of see, you know, where I get my inspiration from and how I get my ideas and things like that. And I hope it will be very helpful to you as you work on your journal along with me. Take care, everyone. We'll be talking to you later. Bye.